Yesterday we have seen classification of engineering materials. Now we will see one by one description of those classified materials. So first one, metal. Metal is the most commonly used material. About 24% of mass of the planet, or about 2/3 of all the elements are available. The metal having useful properties including strength, ductility, high melting point, thermal and electrical conductivity, and toughness. The metal is a chemical element that is a good conductor of both electricity and heat and forms bond with non-metals. And the all metals are classified either ferrous or non-ferrous metal. Now what is pure metals? Pure metals means it consists of only single elements or has only one type of atom in it. For example, aluminium, copper, iron and lead, zinc, tin, silver and gold are supposed to be pure metal. Common metallic material are iron, steel. Steel alloys are used for strength critical application. Aluminium and its alloys are used because they are easy to form, easily available, inexpensive and recyclable. Copper alloys have number of properties that make them useful, including high electrical and thermal conductivity, high ductility and good corrosion resistance. Titanium is one of the name of the material. Titanium alloy is used for strength in higher temperature, about 1000 degree Fahrenheit, when component weight is concerned or when good corrosion resistance is required. At that time titanium material is to be used. Similarly, nickel and its alloys are used for still higher temperature, about 1500 to 2000 Fahrenheit applications, or when good corrosion resistance is required. And refractory materials are used for highest temperature, about 2000 Fahrenheit application. Ferrous metal means actually ferrous is the Latin word means containing iron, means the material which contains the iron is supposed to be ferrous material. And non-ferrous means which does not contain iron as a base metal, that is supposed to be non-ferrous metal. So ferrous metal example iron, steel, etc. And non-ferrous metal means aluminium, copper, zinc and magnesiums, etc. Now another type of material is ceramics. You might have listened the name of ceramics. Ceramics means it is inorganic non-metallic solid that is prepared from powder materials, is fabricated into two products through application of heat and displays such characteristics properties as hardness, strength, low electrical conductivity and brittleness. The ceramic such as the compound form metallic and non-metallic elements such as aluminium and oxygen. when you mix the alumina with oxygen, that becomes alumina, and calcium and oxygen, it become calcia, and silicon and nitrogen, it becomes silicon nitrate. Depending upon the method of formation, ceramics can be dense or lightweight. And ceramics are often, they are brittle in nature. Ceramics also can be formed to serve as an electrically conductive material or insulator. Some ceramics like superconductor also display magnetic properties. Some ceramics having magnetic properties also, and ceramics can be made as a conductive material and non-conductive material or insulating material, and some ceramics can be made having magnetic properties. These material ceramics, they are also more resistant to high temperature and harsh environments than metals and polymers. Due to ceramic material wide range of property, they are used for multi-purpose applications. The broad category or segments that make up the ceramics industry as classified as structural clay products like bricks, sewer pipes, roofing and wall tiles, flue lining, etc. Whitewares includes dinner, floor and wall tile, electrical porcelain. These are the ceramic materials. Refractories for insulating purpose, bricks, monolithic products used in metal, glass, cement, ceramics, energy conversions, petroleum and chemical industries. Glasses, flat glass used in window, container glass, bottles, pressed and blown glass, dinnerware, glass fiber, home insulation and advanced, especially glass optical fibers. These are the glasses ceramics. Then abrasives, natural abrasives, garnets, diamonds, etc. and synthetic abrasives, silicon carbide, diamond fused alumina, etc. Abrasives are used for grinding, cutting, polishing, lapping or pressure blasting of material. Cements for road, bridges, building, dams and etc. So these comes under ceramics: cement, abrasives, glasses, etc. Then advanced ceramics, structural wear parts, bioceramics, cutting tools and engine components, electrical capacitors, insulators, integrated circuits packages, magnets and superconductors, coatings, engine components, cutting tools and industrial wear parts, chemical, environmental, filter, membranes, crystal, catalyst and catalyst support. Now another material used, that is polymers. Polymers means combinations contain many chemically bonded parts or units. Polymeric solid can be thought of as material that contains many chemically bonded parts or units. Actually, polymers means many parts bonded together. Plastics are the large and varied group of synthetic material which are processed by forming or molding into shapes. Many metals such as aluminium and copper are many type of plastics such as polyethylene and nylon. Elastomers or rubbers can be elastically deformed a large amount, which when a force is applied to them and can return to their original shape when the force is released. Polymers have many properties like that make them attractive to use in certain conditions. Polymers having properties, they are less dense than metal or ceramic. Second property, resist atmospheric and other forms of corrosion. Third property, offers good compatibility with human tissues, means polymers are not allergic to the human body or exhibit excellent resistance to the conduction of electrical current. Polymer plastics can be divided into two classes, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Now, what is thermoplastics or thermosetting plastics? So, thermoplastics polymers comprise the four most important commodity material: polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene and polyvinyl chloride. These are also a number of specialized engineering polymers. The term thermoplastic indicates that these materials melt on heating and may be processed by variety of molding and extrusion technique. Alternately, thermosetting polymers cannot be melted or remelted. If I will explain, the thermoplastic means this is supposed to be thermoplastics. You can melt and you can reshape the plastic, and in thermosetting plastic you cannot, once the shape is made, like bushes. Nowadays plastic bushes are available. Nowadays plastic bearings are available. So these plastics cannot be reshaped. Once it is shaped, so you cannot remelt and reshape the plastic. That is thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting polymers includes alkates, amino and phenolic resins, epoxies and unsaturated polyesters. So these are then rubbers. Rubber is a natural occurring polymers. However, most polymers are created by engineering. The combination of hydrogen and carbon atoms and the arrangement of the contents they form the polymer's molecules is a long chain of covalent bonded atoms and secondary bonds then hold group polymers chain together to form an polymeric material. Polymers are primarily produced from petroleum or natural gas, new products, but the use of organic substances is growing. The super material known as Kevlar is a man-made polymer. Kevlar is used in bulletproof vests, strong lightweight frames and underwater cables that are of 20 times stronger than steel. Now next material, that is composites, that we will see in next lecture or tomorrow.